Welcome to modimakes.
I got a request from a client seeing if I could help them up their golf game. I tried to explain to them that I'm just an artist. I tried to explain to them that I'm terrible at golf. But they just said that they had tried everything and nothing could save their short game. Always 3-putting or sending their ball back off the green so that they had to chip again. Oh, the agony. Oh, the dishonor. But they thought that just maybe, if they looked better, they would also play better. So they sent me a putter cutter and they pleaded, Modi, they said, imbue this with magical artistic powers, they cried.
Okay.
I can't suffer the shame anymore. Do this for me.
Well...
So we've got our putter cover, and I think I have a plan. They seem like they need something that can help them relax, don't you think? So let's make them something nice, chill, and colorful.
Okay.
But before I can work on this leather, I have to deglaze the factory finish for best results. I'll take my leather deglazer and soak it into a cotton ball. I should really be wearing gloves for this part, so that I can apply it evenly across the whole surface. Once we've made our plain donut, the leather is prepared to take my leather paint. But before I can put any of my paint down, I'm going to need to start with a sketch because I just don't really trust my freehanding skills. Unfortunately, a lot of the sketching footage is completely useless to you, the audience, because the pencil lines just barely showed up on the leather, which is actually good for the final result, but not so good for YouTube. But I felt like I'd keep it in anyways because you gotta pad that runtime for YouTube, and it just helps to give you a good idea of all the work that goes into a project like this. Now, as y'all know, I'm not much of a paintbrush guy since I normally work with paint pens, but I always enjoy working on my brush skills. I never at all feel confident about it, but my hope is that one day, just maybe, I'll be able to have decent brush control. But after painting this trim strip quite nicely, if I do say so myself, I actually started to feel pretty confident. And I ended up busting out the flats for one of my white flower designs on a pink sky background to keep those chill, happy vibes. But as soon as I started working on the top of the cover, I remembered just how awful I am at painting with a brush, on a 3D surface at least. There was nowhere for me to rest my hand, and you can't rely on resting pressure on your brush like a pen, so my hands were just shaking, which made me frustrated and nervous, which just made me shake them even more. But we persist in this life because they need a pretty putter cover, dang nabbit, and I will not let my client keep 3-putting their way into oblivion. So I went right on working into the stippling, and you're actually watching me stipple with a brush for the first time. It's called learning on the job because if I have to be learning, someone might as well be paying for it. I obviously knew I could do it, I just didn't know how it would turn out or how difficult it would be, and it was fairly tricky to control in the beginning, but after I got comfortable, I actually really liked the size variation you could achieve and the rough textured dots it would create. They added a little spice to the overall look. So I am achieving an aesthetic I'm pretty happy with, even if my painting teachers wouldn't be super impressed with me. And all the mistakes and cleanliness issues are fully salvageable at this point because of the next step. But this step is the most crucial, and it will decide if I get a nice, clean, professional looking piece or not. It's the black line work. And the black fills too, but the black line work is much more crucial and intimidating. Will I be able to save this piece? Will it be clean? Will I explain what the heck is going on the top of the putter cover? Well, you're about to find out, and it all starts with the hardest thing that I'm most worried about. It's hand lettering. I'm not going to tell you my client's name, but they did request two things for this piece. They requested that I write Thorny on there, which is a play on their name, so if any of you super sleuths want to try and figure it out, good luck. And because of that, they wanted to have some rose-themed imagery as well. So I created a little funky Cyclops rose guy being nourished by a rain cloud and the sun at the same time, just thriving. Now, I admit that my line work on the top of the cover is not quite as clean as I would have hoped, but I actually think the roughness ended up benefiting the aesthetic of this character, which otherwise could have looked too flat. But I am extremely proud with how well the hand lettering came out and the roots stretched to it. I mean, it's not perfect, but come on, I'm not a sign painter, man. And once I was able to lay this down on its side, I actually did have some pretty clean brush control with my white flowers, since I could actually have my arm down on the table to stabilize it. And that made me happy. But now with all the painting finally complete, the last step is to seal my painting, because this piece is gonna be in a golf bag and I don't want my painting getting scritched and scratched up by all those other mean bully clubs. I'm looking at you, 9 Iron. You know what you did. You'd think I would come up with a more clever way to keep this up after all these problems, but I haven't. So I grabbed some matte leather finisher and prayed to the gods that it wouldn't do anything to ruin my painting after all this work. Seriously, I have had such bad experiences with sealing paintings in the past, and it makes me terrified every single time. But this time it turned out beautifully and only enhanced the visuals of the final product, which means this painting is complete and ready for those final shots. Well, there you have it, my peoples. My thorny custom painted putter cover is complete. And as I said, it was oh my God. Can you guys hear that? I think that washing machine is trying to end it. Am I gonna be able to record audio? Who knows? I think we're just gonna have to go for it, and if it's in the background, I apologize profusely. But this is the outro, so I guess if it had to happen at any point, this is probably the best point for it to happen. Well, there you have it, my peoples. My thorny custom painted putter cover is complete, and as I said, it was really fun. Oh my God, it just stopped. Whoa. Okay, retake again. Well, there you have it, my peoples. My thorny custom painted putter cover is complete. And as I said, it was so much fun to get to work on my brush skills again, but the greatest practice that I got in was in learning to do stippling with a paintbrush. That's a skill that's going to be helping me out soon here in the future, I do believe, but you'll just have to keep your eyes out for that. But for now, let me know what y'all think of this piece down in the comments below, and let me know if you have any questions about this video or any other video I've made. I'll be reading through the comments and responding them personally, as I always do. And you know, if you liked the video, go ahead and give me a like. That would be fantastic. And if you like me, you like the channel, and you want to help support me, the number one thing that you can do is to subscribe. I really couldn't thank you enough if you did. It means the world to me. And with all that out of the way, and without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Week snap. Peace.
Thanks for watching.